One was witness to a rare show of solidarity with the members of parliament standing in unison in parliament to condemn the Pakistan death penalty on the former Indian naval officer Kulbhushan Jadhav. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and Home Minister Rajnath Singh condemned the death penalty awarded to the Indian national. In fact, Sushma Swaraj even warned Pakistan of serious consequences to the bilateral relations between India and Pakistan. Congress moved to the adjournment motion in Lok Sabha demanding the Prime Minister's intervention.
What next? Because some of the opposition leaders are saying that the Pakistani prisoners who are languishing here, their trial should be speeded up, and at the same time they should be handed the same punishment. On the other hand, there are other people who are saying that Pak High Commission should be closed. What's your personal take on it? Because time and again Pak has been backstabbing us.
I think it's cowardly to suggest tit for tat. Okay? They do like this, so we do their prisoners. What nonsense? When the Prime Minister says, I don't know what is going on, that means the existence of a civilized state is ended. So therefore, now we must now break it into pieces. That is the only solution.
What is the way out, sir?
I told you, declare Balochistan as an independent country. All the time you go on being at their mercy. They arrest somebody and then we go on petitioning them. What kind of thing is the way to deal with it? There's only one way. There should be a massive retaliation, and that massive retaliation should begin with immediate declaring Balochistan as an independent country.
Right. Let's go straight across now to India Today's Brijesh Pandey and Ashutosh. Coming to you, Brijesh, in the past, India has relentlessly sought access to Kulbhushan Jadhav to converse, to correspond with him, but those demands have been ignored. They have been disregarded. How hopeful is India that Pakistan will act now with pressure mounting?
Well, the government of India feels that, that given the kind of outrage death sentence of Kulbhushan Jadhav has triggered in India, the Pakistan will be able to listen or will be forced to listen to their demand. But they also know that, to make Pakistan understand the implication of, hanging out Kuldeep Jadhav, the government of India will also have to weigh upon the Pakistan to bear the consequences if that particular thing happens. And this is the reason why, we heard External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj saying that if it's not justice, but it is a case of premeditated murder. If it happens, then the Pakistan will have to bear in mind the consequence of such act. So India has made it very clear to Pakistan that if justice is not done in the case, Kuldeep Jadhav case, then the Pakistan will be ready to bear the brunt of action taken by India in this particular case.
Absolutely. And speaking of the foreign minister, she spoke in both houses of parliament, giving an assurance to the opposition and to the House that India will do whatever it can to ensure the safety of its Indian national. Let's listen in to the External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. Let's go straight across now to Ashutosh, who also got us a report on the protests that were witnessed outside the Pakistan High Commission. Ashutosh, any action happening outside the Pakistan High Commission? Can we expect Abdul Basit to react? He has already been summoned and a very strongly worded démarche has also been issued.
Well, Avantika, reacting over the hanging of Kulbhushan Jadhav, the verdict announced by the Pakistani army. Now there's a massive retaliation and protest, not only in the parliament by the leaders from across the political party, but the outside on these streets, be in New Delhi or the various state, by the member of civil society or the workers of across political party. Here in New Delhi, Shehzad Poonawala with his supporters protested here outside Pakistan High Commission. We have accessed the copy of that memorandum that was given by the member of those protesters to the Pakistan High Commission, saying that entire trial against Indian citizen Kulbhushan Jadhav is a farce and a conspiracy by Pakistan to divert attention from its own failure to tackle terror on its soil. Now, the members of the civil society and the protesters, the workers of political parties, those are agitating against this Pakistan's verdict against Kulbhushan Jadhav, also demanding that Indian government should scale up all its effort to ensure a safe passage for release of Kulbhushan Jadhav.
Absolutely. And Ashutosh, I know you were witness to those protests that were seen outside the Pakistan High Commission in the national capital. Protesters who came out in large numbers to protest against Pakistan's death sentence that has been awarded on the Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav on the charge of spying and espionage. Let's just listen in to those reactions coming in from a few protesters. A report filed in by Ashutosh.
और फिर उसको वहां ले जाया गया।
That is the message of these protesters here outside Pakistan High Commission, that Kulbhushan Jadhav should be released as he was arrested from Iran and not Pakistan, as Pakistan claims after death sentence announced to Kulbhushan Jadhav. Shahzad Poonawalla along with his supporters protesting here, and now finally these protesters are being detained. All the protesters are being taken away from Pakistan High Commission to the local police station in Delhi outside Pakistan High Commission. This is Ashutosh for India Today.
Coming to you, Brijesh, so the assurance has come in from the Home Minister and from the Foreign Minister, but you know, Shashi Tharoor has urged the government to involve the international community to raise this issue in world forums as well. Can we expect the government to do the same?
Well, it'll be a while before we know for sure whether the government is going to do that, because, you know, it has very strictly, you know, on the path of not involving any outside power when it comes to matter concerning both India and Pakistan. But it will be definitely the government would be thinking on the line to, you know, raising this issue, as Shashi Tharoor was saying, of trying to tell the international community that if this can happen to an Indian, it can also happen to one of yours, and to put as much international pressure on Pakistan as possible to see to it that K. Jadhav is safe and secure and is safely rescued. So the government of India will definitely try all its level best to make sure that justice is done to Kuldeep Jadhav, and I think in the next 24 hours we will see 4 more actions as far as government of India is concerned. Avantika?
Absolutely, Brijesh. Stay with me. Just today after the Ministry of External Affairs summoned the Pakistan envoy and handed that strongly worded demarche to Pakistan, the Pakistan's High Commissioner to India, Abdul Basit, evaded questions on this particular matter, on this case. This even as India has lodged a strong protest and an opposition with Pakistan over the death sentence that has been awarded to the Indian national who was, you know, a former officer with the Indian Navy, to Kulbhushan Jadhav. In fact, Islamabad has now resorted to threats. Pakistan's Defence Minister, what we're hearing, Khwaja Asif, has made it amply clear that those plotting against Pakistan will not be spared. Pakistan's Army Chief General Bajwa confirmed that a military court has passed a death sentence to Kulbhushan Jadhav, who has been accused of being a raw agent. Jadhav was arrested by Pakistan during counterintelligence operations in Balochistan. Let's go back now to Ashutosh for more on what one can expect from the Pakistan High Commission. You know, as we just read out, we've still not received any information. There is this deafening silence, but matters are indeed serious, isn't it? And this particular matter, the conviction of Kulbhushan Jadhav, has further soured relations between the two nations. Ashutosh?
Well, Avantika, definitely, you know, this the sentence awarded to Kulbhushan Jadhav will definitely trigger the bilateral relation that is going to be better between India and Pakistan soon. Now, as far as communication is concerned, the Pakistan has communicated the sentence that was awarded to Kulbhushan Jadhav. Now, we are also waiting for the India, how it is going to respond. Though we have seen the Minister of External Affairs, the Minister of Home Affairs in the Parliament, and, you know, they condemned that act by Pakistan Army Court awarding sentence to the Indian national and former Navy officer Kulbhushan Jadhav. Now, we are also waiting for the both the countries to come out with the communication. Now, Indian government has reacted and in fact condemn this act and in short a very strong message to Pakistan against this award. Now, we are also waiting for the further communication between both the country as a diplomatic talk, whether they are going to be a back channel talk or a diplomatic talk, whether they are going to be a track to diplomacy, because definitely this act is going to better the relationship between India and Pakistan. The bilateral ties between both the countries will definitely be affected. Also, you know, this member of civil society, political parties, the opposition parties demanding government to take this issue with the international community, and once the matter will be raised in the international community, there will be, you know, there's a demand for the Indian government to maintain that pressure to the Pakistan taking this issue in the international court, international community. We have heard Minister of External Affairs saying that there will be no stone the government will leave no stone unturned to ensure a safe release of Kulbhushan Jadhav, whether it is going to approach Supreme Court of Pakistan or to approaching the President of Pakistan. But in the meanwhile, there is a strong pressure on the Indian government to scale up this issue with the international community and put more and more pressure to the Pakistan to ensure a safe release. In the meanwhile, we are hearing that Pakistan envoy to the India, Abdul Basit, will be participating in an event at Indian International Center at 6 o'clock this evening. While outside waiting, we are waiting for his response. As soon as he come out, we'll try to trigger this question that why this double standard, why this kind of coward act by Pakistan against the Indian national.
It'll be interesting to see whether Abdul Basit actually gives a reaction. For now, Ashutosh and Brijesh, thank you both for joining us. But soon after the news broke of Kulbhushan Jadhav being awarded the death sentence, India Today visited his residence in Mumbai. But when our reporters reached his apartment, that's where Kulbhushan Jadhav's family has been residing for years, they found that they were not there. In fact, the security guards informed our reporters that Jadhav's flat is now locked. Kulbhushan Jadhav was arrested by Pakistan last year on charges of espionage. Pakistan has accused Jadhav of being a raw agent.
काका जाधव का फैमिली नहीं होगा अभी? नहीं। वो लोग कल ही निकल गया, परसों निकला नहीं। वो नहीं, मुझे आइडिया नहीं। आप लोग नाइट में, दिन में आप लोग? आप भी आए। हम लोग आप भी आए। कल आप लोग थे ना? कल थे आप लोग? हम लोग थे कल। अच्छा। आगे कुछ बोल नहीं सकते। तो ऊपर ताला लॉक लगाए क्या घर पे? लॉक लगाए घर पे? Building.
Kulbhushan Jadhav and his family are staying in this Silver Oak building at Powai in Mumbai. Right now you can see one police Bolero vehicle outside being parked here for the security purpose and for the formality that to keep media and the press people stay away from this building and not to allow them inside the building. But let me show you the flat in which the Kulbhushan Jadhav and his family, mother, wife, son and daughter. This is 502 B wing and on the 5th floor. This particular flat has been closed because yesterday in the second half the family moved out. They moved to such a location which is still not been known. You can see the bed, see the bedroom. You know, all the clothes are still hanging, outside the balcony. So that shows that it was such an emergency, such a hurry that they just, forget to take away all the clothes from inside. So the flat is closed. We spoke to the security men. They said that since yesterday the flat has been locked. They don't know where exactly the family has been moved out. We tried to speak to some of the friends and the family member as well, but still they are not willing to speak anything on camera, even officially, anything about this incident. We have been told from the sources that the family might be moving to Delhi because to meet the central government on this particular issue. When, what time, that is still unknown. But yes, that's the only option they have, that they are completely believing in the central government and their support. So family, maybe throughout the day today, they might be reaching Delhi. But as of now, family is not in the building. They have moved to some undisclosed location. With camera person Vaibhav, this is Rajnath Singh in Mumbai for India Today.